Hi, it's Hans at ahappierman.com. Today's topic is use bad to motivate you. Well, I'm down here in Playa del Carmen, Mexico, taking a trip. It's in my transition. I'm starting my dream job here in about a week. I'm leaving a job behind that just wasn't right for me for a variety of reasons. And today's topic, though, about using bad was I wasn't even sure I was going to go here today. I mean, I wanted to take a trip, wanted to do something, but I was kind of stuck. I was thinking, well, I should work one more week at where I was working and put in a little more time there and get a few more bucks out of him and help him out more, help the company out. But something bad happened. It didn't happen to me, but bad things happening to other people can be motivational to you. So it was Thursday, last Thursday. I was debating with myself all day whether to go on a trip or not. I had nothing firmed up. I had a few thoughts. I mean, I had a thought that I kind of wanted to come here, but I had other places I could go. And I also had the thought of, well, maybe I shouldn't go at all, right? Save the money, keep working. But getting back to the bad, right? So I worked very hard that day with the idea of, well, maybe I won't come in tomorrow at all because I might be traveling or I might just stay home and not bother. But I kind of wanted to travel, but I just couldn't pull the trigger on it. I couldn't decide. I went to my home, ran some errands. Then, in case I needed to go to the airport, I went to the gas station to gas up my truck, in case. And then, while I was there, I saw a person I know, and here's where the bad is. I know this fellow. I've known him for years. He's an acquaintance, very nice fellow. And he contracted some form of cancer. I can't remember exactly what it is. And it was last year. So he was younger than me, probably nearly 10 years younger, and kind of a go-getter, a businessman, got a wife and young kids, and likes to golf and lean, not heavy, although maybe he smoked. I don't remember exactly if he did or not, but anyway, lean. Like usually you think of the fat people as the ones who are going to get the cancer, but lean people suffer too. So anyway, I've seen him, he comes into his work, and I know him from a business relationship, things that I do there, and I see him from time to time, and we chat and we talk a little bit here and there. Very nice, very accommodating. So yeah, I was pretty sad when I heard about the cancer originally, and then today, or not today, but Thursday, we were talking, and he shared that it's getting worse. It's getting worse for him. Last fall, he had got a diagnosis that the treatment was working, that the doctors were telling him, yeah, it's starting to get better. And just recently, maybe a few months after that, they said, no, getting worse. It isn't getting better. Well, if you know anything about cancer, when it isn't getting better, that's not good. That's not good at all for him, for you, for whoever has cancer. He shared, well, he just took his family, went on a little trip to Florida, got out of we were in this Midwest, and we suffered. The Midwest had what they would call a terrible winter, one of the worst winters. Sometimes the Midwest winters aren't that bad. They kind of, they're milder. This one wasn't. This was one, a wicked. And it even hurts to talk about how wicked it was when I think about how bad, some of the people we suffer in these bad winters, and for what reason, I don't know. But anyway, getting back to my friend, my acquaintance, bad news for him and his family and his friends, right? Now, he didn't say how much time he has left, but, you've got to make the assumption that it might not be that much more time. So That's where the bad comes in to motivate. That motivated me. That should motivate you. Right? Because it is, you just don't have it. You just don't know what's how the future is going to hold for you. A young guy like that in his 40s, you think he's got that 40 more years that we're supposed to have? Well, in his case, probably not, right? And then how do you know in your case either? So yeah, you use the bad to motivate you. I'm smiling, but I'm crying inside. I'm sorry. It's so sad. I can't believe it. You've got to use the bad though to motivate you. You've got to, because all of the bad stuff is just life telling you, boy, you better get a little bit of living in now, because you just don't know that it's gonna. It's there's no sense in the waiting. There's no sense in the waiting. So if there's, let's say, if there's a circumstance in your life that you can solve to get yourself some space between a bad situation and a good situation, well, do it. Use that bad situation to motivate you to move on to something better. I just quit a job, and now I'm starting my dream job in a week as I'm speaking this video. So yeah, I use that negative emotion, that negative item, the negative of the old job, to force myself to go through all the effort to get the new job. You see what I mean? I use the bad to motivate myself to get to the good. I use the bad news of my acquaintance to motivate me to take a little trip, relax, take time for myself, use a little transition time, and do something different, do something I don't normally do. I haven't taken a beach vacation since I think 1990, can't even remember, maybe the late 1980s. That's a long time not to go to the beach for a week, all right? We all could use a little bit of a beach vacation. It's so nice, it's so relaxing. There's just something about it that's hard to describe if you've never gone. But yeah, I would encourage you to, use that bad news from other people, bad news on your life to motivate you to deal with it and to deal productively and make your life a little bit better than it is now. I'm almost tempted to, I'll be tempted. I'm going to tell that fellow when I see him next. Hopefully, I will see him. Right? Because when a person has cancer, you don't know exactly how much time they have left. You get it can all fall apart very quickly when you have a bad medical situation. And like getting back to my situation with let's say a bad job, it can be agonizing to go to work every day doing something you really hate. And when you hate being there, it's like killing you a little bit inside. And that's what I felt like. It's like, what am I doing here? I hate being here. I hate everything about it. And I use that negative emotion, that frustration and irritation and anxiety to motivate myself to go through the steps necessary to get a different job, to get my dream job. So yeah, use the bad, use what's wrong in your life, use that as motivation for the good. All for now.